if you actually befriend them. So there's clear bonuses to actually befriending them. You can, however, also just say, you know, I don't like you. I'm just going to destroy your city, or I'm going to take over the city. You can do that, no problem. Well, others might find it a problem and then declare war on you, but you know, you can decide for yourself, which is always the great aspect of Civilization games. You control the empire.
The meek shall inherit the earth, but not its mineral rights.
So, we now know how to construct a mine and chop down a forest, which is great. So, again, the game is very clearly prompting me to choose a research. It won't let you do anything else, so. Also, there's these little icons over here, which basically show what my advisors actually, you know, think I should do. So my military advisor says, hey, go research bronze working, because you can then create a spearman and a krepast, which, that might actually be really good for Russia, because bronze working is never, you know, it's also my culture advisor, if it ever shows to pop up. Pop up, please? No? No. Okay. Well, that icon is my culture advisor. Let's, my foreign advisor, sure. Yeah, basically, this is really good for Russia, so I'm actually going to go with that. It will take 10 turns, but in the grand scheme of things, that is not a lot. So I'm just going to explore... actually, yeah, I'll just explore around, I think. Just drag over. Now, mind you, that this is actually not a good thing to do, because I'm now within the city-state's territory, and they might really not appreciate that. They might just threaten with war, but yeah, you can actually see here, Stockholm is currently angry, -6 points. So yeah, they're not happy with me. So I'm just going to leave their territory and you know, venture forth. My workers near... Well, I should actually explain this, because I think I wanted to before, but I just didn't. Basically, this number here is the current size of the city. It's 2 now, which, you know, considering I got some free population growth, it's pretty good. This green bar is how close it is to actually increasing in size. That bar may also go down if it's starving and there's not enough food, so keep in mind, keep that in mind. And 4 is the amount of turns it will take before it will actually, you know, increase in size. And the star there means that this is my capital. Very important. Always keep control of your capital, no matter what. You do not want to lose your capital. Well, there's the, you know, capital or the town name. And finally, over to the right, there is what the city is currently producing, and with this bar, very much the same as food, how long it's going to take for it to actually finish doing so. And on top, there is the city combat strength, which I'm presuming I'll get to explain later, because it's been awfully quiet. Then again, I did pick a huge map, so... But there we go.
تحياتي أنا رمسيس الإله إنني تجسيد حي لمصر أب وأم جميع الحضارات.
So, we just met Ramses of Egypt. You know, you can... Alright, calm down. Yeah, you can just, you know, offer some things. You can form a pact of secrecy to, yeah, basically, that you're probably going to war against the other. You can actually ask that, we can actually ask Egypt to go to war with another civilization, but they will only really do that if they really like you. You can also sign a pact of cooperation, which is always a good thing. It's a very friendly thing, so you can also tell them to just stay away. Stay away. You know, if your cities are close together, your civilization is basically clashing up against the other with their areas, then that might really worsen your relations. So I'm probably going to ask for a pact of cooperation, but just want to show the other things. So you can trade. There's open borders if both players have writing, as you can see if you've researched that. You can ask for gold or gold per turn, defensive pact, so yeah, you basically stand up for each other. You can trade cities, which is kind of crazy. You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do here. You can trade strategic. Oh, well, there we go. Strategic resources. I don't actually know what falls under the category. I've not been much of a trader in my game that I've actually played, so. And also, you can demand stuff from them, and well, finally, you can declare war, which I'm not going to do.
هيا.
I must decline. Well.
كلا بكل تأكيد.
Clearly he doesn't want to cooperate with someone he doesn't really know, so you can't blame him for that. So now we have our worker. Let's see, what shall I actually do? You can see these little pop-ups, which are basically our advisor, advising us to do stuff. So my advisor is basically telling me to go, you know, you should probably build a farm. I don't know why it's telling me to build a farm here, because that is not the best thing I can actually do right now. As you can see, my area grew over to this square, so I could actually build a farm over here, and that would actually give me 3 food on that hexagon instead of just 2 over here if I build a farm. So you know, the advisors are not that great. Funnily enough. Mostly I'd say just don't listen to them. Only if they all tend to agree. Let's actually, you know, you can ask your advisors about the current situation. So here we are. There's an economic one, which, you know, economic, military, foreign, and science. And they basically will each, you know, have their different things that they will basically go, well, you should probably do this. So if you don't know what you should be focusing on, you can just kind of look at them and see what they have to say. And he's basically comparing the the Egyptian strength against ours. And yeah, he's saying archery is going to be very key, and he's correct. Archers are incredibly helpful. But yeah, that's where you can just get some info, so it's very good. Let's pick something else to build now, though. I can basically recommend that you always get a settler very early on, because you do want to build more cities, because growing your empire is very, very important. But not for every player, or for every map, or, you know, there's a lot of ores in there. Let's actually explore more that way. Natural wonder. Natural wonder found. Congratulations! The inspirational discovery has increased happiness and the empire by 1. Let me just show where you can actually see the happiness of the people. Over here in the top left, there's the science. That's how much science I'm generating. That's how much gold I have and how much I'm generating, plus 3. And here's my happiness. And it will actually, you know, give you a pop-up of actually what is causing happiness or unhappiness. So it's, yeah. Happiness is necessary to keep your cities growing. So yeah, you always want to keep your people happy. Because cities that don't grow, eventually you will run into money problems. Also, there's this. There's progress towards the next golden age. And basically, the more happiness you have, the more, you know, this progress towards the golden age increases, as it increases by the amount of happiness that you have. And golden age is basically, well, as it says, while in the golden age, every tile in the empire that produces at least 1 production or gold produces 1 extra. So basically, you get almost a doubling of the amount of production in gold, which is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And then finally, there is policies, which I'll get to in a bit. You didn't see that screen. Didn't happen. So they want orders. And over here you have my build actions for my worker. Also, you can just totally just click on that and it'll just center on the unit. Very self-explanatory, really. So I can only build a farm here. I can't even build a road, as I've not research the wheel. So, yeah, let's build a farm. It'll take 4 turns, and I'll get 1 food. And over time, they will actually, you know, you'll see the farm kind of erect, essentially. Let's explore down a bit because I want to. Whoa. I want to see this area over here. So I basically don't get a weird long line that I've explored. I'm just pressing enter to proceed. Press the next turn because I don't like clicking it. Oh, there we go. There we go. So, right. Remember that city combat strength that I wanted to talk about? Well, in Civ 5, a new feature is that cities can actually defend for themselves. In previous Civilization games, you had to basically had your warrior in town to defend it. But now, cities actually have their own strength, which is not great. They're actually kind of weak, but especially early on, they can defend for themselves, especially against some barbarians. So, and they have a ranged attack, which is helpful as hell. So just click the bullseye and click your target. And now we've killed some barbarians. Also, apparently I'm starting to really run into some barbarians now, which is always fun, though kind of challenging at times. I have my warrior selected now, and if I hover over this enemy, it will basically tell me how I'm going to do. Mind though that it is not 100% accurate. There's always a random factor in there. So basically, I have a decisive victory. I'm going to win regardless. But I may still lose a lot of people. So let's just kill those barbarians. There we go. That wasn't bad. I was gonna say that that unit definitely does not need orders anymore. They're tired after fighting. An enemy is near. Oh boy. So now my unit is actually, you know, hurt. They've also lost some men. So what do you do? Essentially now I have 2 options. I can basically run them over to a mountain, because that will, you know, help defend them better. Or I can just stay in the open and basically fortify until healed. And that means they will just, you know, regenerate health slowly. But I'm going to go explore a bit because I think I'm fine against one more group of barbarians. So, okay. My worker is basically interrupted because of those barbarians. I'm just going to run my workers back into my town because those barbarians can... I'm not actually sure what they do to a worker. They might kill it, or they might take it over. And yeah, I don't want to lose my worker, so I'm just going to withdraw them into the city and start, you know, taking down that barbarian near my town. Because right now there's not much else I can do, so... The barbarian might actually... let's get back over here. The barbarian might actually be trying to get to my farm so they can actually pillage it. Because they're after money, right? They're barbarians. They want to get money in raid places. So the only thing I've built around my town is this farm. And that is even partially built. So they probably want to try and destroy that. Because there's not much else they can do. I'm just going to attack them again. Take down 2 more units. And I'm just going to walk over here and get to those ruins. So now I have my worker, which basically can't do anything because that, you know, they're there. Actually, I can do something. I can move them up to the hills, and basically the barbarians can't reach over here. Not in 1 turn. So if the barbarians are just going to stick around there, I can attack them with the city. While my workers start building a mine on the hills, which is good for production. So that's what I'm almost trying to do something with my units. Always try to do something. So, finally, we get to adopt a policy.